All right, part two for generational curses. To get deeper on where I left off at, as I was saying, the older generation, most of the time, likes to sweep things under the rug and act like nothing ever happened. And the whole time, they're really ruining themselves and their offspring. Now, when I say offspring, I mean trauma, for women at least, is stored in your womb, okay? Other parts of the body as well, but generally in your womb. So when you give birth, all of that trauma you've been holding on to and storing and ignoring gets passed on to your children, unfortunately. You don't think that, but everything has energy. Everything holds energy. It doesn't disappear. Energy does not just disappear. It has to flow. And if you don't work through it, it gets stored and it goes and flows to its next exit point, which is through the womb to your child. And that's why a lot of times when they say history repeats itself, that's kind of why. You know, yeah, your person, your mom, dad, whatever, was sexually assaulted or abused, molested as a child. You know, I'm sorry if this is a trigger warning for a lot of people, but like I said, if they sweep it under the rug, act like nothing ever happened, that energy, trauma, is moved on to their child. And their child somewhere, somehow goes through similar things. And it's just going to keep on repeating and repeating and repeating. I had to have my own self-realization, I guess you can say, as to, maybe that's why I am the way I am, because of other things. But once you get to that point, yeah, you may feel like you're opening up wounds, old wounds, or whatever the case is, but you got to get through it and shut the fuck up and grow up, okay? Because at the end of the day, you didn't work through your trauma. You passed it on to your kids unknowingly. And now you're wondering why you and your kids have a shitty relationship. Communication may be bad, whatever. You know. And for the people that are listening to this and they're like, oh, she don't know what she's talking about. If you believe in God, God is a spirit. You think he's the only one? No. But he is the most powerful.